Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and take a really deep dive into the operational engine of a modern African tech firm. We're going to look at how a company called Cobalt-Connekt Consultancy is actually built to deliver some pretty innovative services in a really dynamic market. So Cobalt-Connekt Consultancy, or CCC for short, is based in Zimbabwe, and they're really trying to redefine how businesses in the region think about and use technology. You can think of them as sitting right at the crossroads of IT, telecoms, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence. And it's all aimed at one thing, building what they call digital resilience. All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we'll get to know who CCC is. Then we'll get into the details of their 4 core services and the 5-step journey they take with every single client. After that, we're going to uncover what really gives them their competitive edge, and we'll wrap it all up with the foundation of trust that makes the whole thing work. Okay, first up, who is Cobalt-Connekt really? To get a handle on how they operate, you first have to understand who they are at their core and what they're trying to do, because, every single strategic decision flows from that. This right here is their vision statement. It's definitely ambitious, but it's also incredibly specific. You see those keywords? Trusted and intelligent, secure and scalable? I mean, these aren't just buzzwords they throw around. They are the strategic anchors for the company's entire operational design. This is basically the North Star that guides every single service they offer. And holding up that big vision are these 5 core values: integrity, innovation, a security-first mindset, excellence, and reliability. Principles like security first or a real commitment to innovation aren't just posters on an office wall. They directly shape the company's day-to-day operations and exactly how they build solutions for their clients. So how do these values actually translate into real services? Well, CC's business is built on 4 very distinct but also very interconnected pillars. Think of it like this. These 4 operational arms allow CCC to offer a complete end-to-end ecosystem of tech solutions. It's a structure that's designed to handle everything from the absolute basics, like infrastructure, all the way up to advanced AI. So the first pillar is IT and cloud infrastructure. This is the bedrock, right? The foundation of their services. We're talking about everything from designing core networks and setting up servers to managing complex cloud migrations. And, so important, making sure businesses can keep running with disaster recovery plans. Pillar 2 is where things get really interesting: cybersecurity and AI-driven defense. This goes way beyond just your standard firewalls. They offer 24/7 monitoring through what's called a Security Operations Center, or SOC, as a service. And they actually use AI to proactively hunt for threats. It's this blend of constant watchfulness and intelligent analysis that's so key to their modern approach. The third pillar is telecommunications. And this really taps into their deep engineering background and how data physically gets from point A to point B. This covers planning fiber networks, putting in advanced connectivity like SD-WAN, which is a smart way to route traffic for better performance, and setting up modern communication systems for businesses. And finally, Pillar 4 is the most forward-looking one of all: AI, automation, and digital transformation. This is all about making businesses smarter, faster, and more efficient. They're developing machine learning models, building intelligent automation workflows, and using AI to pull out game-changing insights from data. So we've seen what they do, but how do they actually bring these solutions to life for a client? Well, that brings us to their very structured 5-step client journey. This process is a super clear, repeatable workflow. It all kicks off with a deep assessment and discovery phase. From there, they move into strategic design, where they create a totally custom blueprint. Step 3 is the actual implementation, followed by the really crucial AI and automation integration step. And you know what? The journey doesn't just end there. It's a continuous cycle with ongoing post-deployment support. Now, this combination of services and this specific process is what leads to their competitive advantage. So what really makes their operational model stand out from the crowd? According to their profile, these are the 5 key things that set them apart. And while having a complete end-to-end ecosystem is a massive advantage by itself, I want to zoom in on 2 that are particularly powerful. Their AI-enhanced security and that really unique blend of local and global expertise. So let's just break down what AI-enhanced cybersecurity actually means when the rubber meets the road. It is not just some marketing term. Operationally, it means they deploy machine learning algorithms that can spot weird anomalies in network traffic, patterns that a human or even a simple rule-based system would totally miss. It's all about being faster, more predictive, and way more accurate. And this illustrates their other key advantage just perfectly. On one hand, you have their deep understanding of local realities, things like the Zimbabwe Data Protection Act and very specific business constraints. But on the other hand, they operate using global benchmarks like ISO standards. Being able to do both, that is a really powerful combination. So what holds all of this together? Well, the final, and you could argue the most important piece of the puzzle, is that foundation of trust. And that is built through really rigorous governance and compliance. And this just goes to show you, they don't just talk about trust, they actually build it right into their operations. Sticking to specific standards, like the local Zimbabwe Data Protection Act and these global ISO frameworks, isn't just about ticking a box. It's a very clear signal to their clients that their data and their operations are being managed with the absolute highest level of quality and security. And this brings us to one last crucial thought. We've seen how Cobalt-Connekt combines a clear vision with a 4-pillar service model and a disciplined 5-step process, all of it built on that foundation of trust. In an age where digital disruption is just constant, a partner that can bring all these things together is pretty invaluable. Which really just leaves us with the question on the screen. What is the true value of a future-ready digital partner? It's a question every single modern organization should be asking itself.